Hello guys, what is up? Welcome to my channel if you are new here, and welcome back if you are not. I am so glad you're here and I am very excited about today's video, so let's get into it. Today, I am going to be cooking a few recipes from the Mythical Cookbook. If you guys don't know, Good Mythical Morning has kind of a sub-company called Mythical Kitchen, and together they created the Mythical Cookbook. The Mythical Kitchen just literally comes up with the craziest recipes, and some of them are terrible, like bile cheesecake, but some of them, the ones in this cookbook, they found that they really loved. So they recipe tested a ton of times to see if they could make these recipes a little bit easier for home chefs and people that don't have all of the equipment and time and money that they have. And they came out with the Mythical Cookbook. Now, this is not a new cookbook. It's been out for probably a year and a half now. I'm super excited to make these things. I'm super excited to taste these things. So let's just get into it. The first recipe that we are going to start out with are the Gatorade muffins. These sounded so intriguing to me. This is one of the very first recipes in the cookbook, but it just seems so odd to me, so I knew I had to try. The first step is to place the Gatorade in a pot and bring it to a steady boil for about 40 minutes. That way it reduces into a thick syrup. Now, I will say I don't think mine thickened enough. It says to boil it until there's about 1 cup of liquid left, and I have about 1 cup of liquid left, but it isn't super thick, so we'll see if that affects this recipe. The second step is to preheat your oven to 375 and spray 2 muffin pans. After that, you whisk the flour, baking soda, and baking powder in a large bowl, and then in another large bowl, you beat the butter and the sugar until they are fluffy and fully combined with no chunks. Add 1 of the eggs, beat it for 30 seconds, and then add the other egg. Now we fold in 1/2 cup of sour cream. I don't think I waited until my butter and sugar were combined enough because this is kind of lumpy. And then lastly, to our wet mixture, we add the Gatorade reduction. I don't know, guys, this looks really weird. Not because of the Gatorade, but because of the texture of it. I think I might have messed something up. Pour the wet mixture into the flour mixture. Ew. This literally looks like vomit, guys. Whoa. I don't know about this one. I don't think much muffin batter looks like this. The recipe does not call for this, but this is just so dry. I'm gonna add some milk. Can you tell like how thick this is? I'm gonna go ahead, put them in the tins, and then bake it at 375 for 15 minutes, and then I will come back. Let's try the Gatorade muffins. They don't look as weird now that they've been cooked, but they still don't look great. I also had to cook them for about 8 to 10 minutes longer than it recommended. So this recipe was not super easy. Like, I don't know what I did wrong. I don't think I did anything wrong. It was just kind of odd, I guess. I don't know. Let's taste it. Let's see if it's at least tastes good. Ooh, my blueberries are a little tart. It doesn't taste too bad. I'm not really getting any Gatorade. It's not like a super weird color. It's okay, but I think that there are definitely better blueberry muffins you could make that don't take 2.5 to 3 hours. Genuinely, that Gatorade was reducing on the stove for over 2 hours. It said it was supposed to take 40 minutes and it did not. So taste-wise, I'll give these like a 7 out of 10. I mean, they're good. I could definitely eat them. Recipe-wise though, I think I'm gonna give it like a 4. That seems harsh, but things just didn't really add up in this recipe, it seems like. I don't think I'll make this one again. Now it is time for the French onion ramen recipe. I don't know about you guys, but I love a French onion soup, and I love a nice instant ramen, honestly. Seems pretty simple. I think I can handle this one, but it looks delicious and it sounds delicious. I'm so excited. Yum! I'm so excited for this. The French onion ramen is done. It looks incredible. That looks so good. I like the addition of the ramen because it kind of replaces the bread in the soup, but honestly, I don't think it needs the ramen. Like, just the broth is delicious and so flavorful. This recipe was so easy. It was a little bit time consuming, but delicious. That cheese adds such a nice sharpness to it as well. This recipe is a 10 out of 10. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. It is so rich. Honestly, I was afraid that the broth wouldn't be super flavorful because the only seasoning we really put into it was the seasoning packet from the ramen, but it doesn't even need anything else. I'm just gonna stay here and eat this, okay? Okay. All right, now it is time to work on the Cheetos apple pie. This one actually sounds delicious to me. I've had apple pie with like cheddar cheese sprinkled on top of it, and it actually was really, really good. So I think this is gonna be good. Like, I really do think that I'll like this. The first step is preheat the oven to 400 degrees. All right, I can handle that. The next step is to make the crust, so let's go do that. Welcome to this corner of the kitchen where the lighting is not as good. Set aside about a half cup of Cheetos. These aren't Cheetos. I went to Aldi and they had Clancy's cheese curls. They still taste delicious. Crunch up the remaining Cheetos a little bit and put them into your food processor. Add 3 tablespoons of flour to the food processor. I'm gonna be using the gluten-free flour just because it's what I have. Now, we process. I never use this, so... Oh, I should probably plug it in. Now that that's done, to a bowl, we add 2 cups of this mixture. Now we add the rest of the flour, sugar, and the butter. I don't measure precisely the way that I should. All right, adding my butter. To mix it, I'm gonna start with my spatula, and then I might end up using my hands. I'm like so excited to try this, actually. That seems like a lot. Guys, I've actually never made a pie before, so I really don't know what I'm doing. Now that this is all pressed down in there, I have to put it in the oven at 400 for 15 minutes. While that is going, I'm going to make the apple pie filling. For the filling, you melt the butter in a large saute pan over medium heat until it is just starting to get slightly nutty smelling. After that, you add the apples, sugar, and salt and let it cook, stirring occasionally until the apples have broken down and a caramel has started to form at the bottom of the pan, so for about 15 minutes. Remove from heat and set aside. I just took the pie crust out of the oven. The tops of it look a little burnt, but that's okay. It looks pretty good. While the crust is cooling just a little bit and the apples are breaking down, I'm gonna go ahead and make the streusel. I'm just using the leftover of the crust and Cheetos that I had. Now for this, you add 1/4 cup flour, 1/4 cup brown sugar, and 4 tablespoons of cut up butter. Now I'm actually just gonna go ahead and mix this with my hands. With the butter, I just think it'll be easier because I don't have a pastry cutter. Pie just came out of the oven. It looks delicious. Maybe a little bit burnt on the sides. That's okay. All right, it is time to try the Cheetos pie. I will say my crust did not hold together very well. I think I need to add more butter to it next time. Okay, let me get some of that streusel in there. Cheers. It's delicious. I don't even taste the Cheeto. It just tastes like apple pie. Like, it's sweet like an apple pie. I definitely get the apple caramely flavor. And the recipe itself wasn't like super hard. Okay, let me get a big bite of crust. It's just good apple pie. I really like this. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 because I do wish the cheese flavor came through a little bit, but it really doesn't. So if you're scared of that, don't be scared of it. It's delicious. 9 out of 10. Wow, pretty good way to end it. All right, guys, that was fun. It was a bit of a ride. After all 3 recipes, I do think the cookbook is worth it. I mean, 2 of the recipes were like so good, so easy to follow. I'm not really sure what happened on that first one on the muffins, but the cookbook is fun. It's just a fun thing to read through. The way that Josh wrote it is just unlike any other cookbook I've read. There's just so much like humor and so many jokes in it. If you guys like these types of videos, let me know. I would love to do more recipe content. If you want me to try any other cookbooks, or if you want me to try more recipes from the Mythical Cookbook, definitely let me know, because like I said, these are the only things I've made so far. If you did like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so that I know. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.